Alright, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Rico from Street Scores, and I'm coming with a quick Rico report. What's going on with this training camp schedule? They finally released a lot of the details. Are we going back to Richmond? Are we gonna have a fan day where fans like us can attend? I may pull up. And everything else that you need to know, man. We're about to get to it. Before we get to it, though, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell next to the subscription button so you get a notification every time I release informative videos like this one. Be on the lookout for my film sessions for the rookie class coming soon. And of course, man, check out the rest of the channel. I have playlists. All of my videos are organized. I even have a comedy playlist for all of my funny videos, so make sure you check that out as well. But without further ado, man, let's get it. Alright, so first of all, training camp is back in Richmond, but not in the way that you may think. We're not going to be in Richmond the entire training camp. Just July 27th through the 31st. That's it. Just that week. That's it. Then they go back to Ashburn, but they will be in Richmond for a week. And I'm assuming this is because they heard the fans cry out that maybe some of the fans that are down there near Richmond that live there literally made plans and decided on living situations around the fact that we have been having training camp in Richmond for the past few years. So I'm assuming this is just to appease them, but then they go right back to Ashburn after that for the vast majority of training camp. But there will be training camp in Richmond, and July 31st is a very important day because that's the fan day. That's when fans can attend training camp, and that's league-wide too. The majority of NFL teams, if not all of them, are allowing fans to attend training camp on July 31st. So that's just everywhere league-wide, not just a burgundy and gold thing. So that's when we'll have like the fan appreciation day and things like that. Again, I think that's a solid move to do it both places. I'm not exactly sure how the players feel about that, and with the travel situations and things like that. But I know at least a section of fans are excited about that. And again, like I said in the beginning, I feel like this was definitely to appease the fan base. I'm pretty sure this decision was not made in consideration of what the players and the coaches want. This is definitely a fan thing, which is pretty cool. Also, per the CBA, days 2 and 3, specifically July 28th through 29th for us, helmets and jerseys will be allowed, just like in OTAs. Then days 4 and 5, July 30th through 31st, is when they'll have on the shells. And that's all Richmond. All of that right there is Richmond. Remember, they're going to be in Richmond from the 27th through the 31st. And days 2 and 3, helmets and jerseys. Days 4 and 5, shells. Then day 6, August 1st, is going to be an off day for them. And then that's when they'll leave Richmond and go back to Ashburn, all in Virginia for those of y'all who may not know. And then day 7 will be the first fully padded practice with 2-a-days. So day 7 is when we'll officially be ramped up to fully padded practices. Remember last year with the pandemic adjusted training camp that we had, we didn't get fully padded practices till like weeks in. And even then it was still a little not the same. So it's cool to know that the CBA has agreed upon uniform rules league-wide. So it's not up to Rivera and company. This is a league-wide NFL policy where it's helmets and jerseys for 2 days, shells for 2 days, a day off, and then it's fully padded practices from there on out with 2-a-days. And just to let you know why we started with day 2 and 3, because day 1 will be used for testing, classroom work, and there will be no on the field work aside from just conditioning tests and things like that. And just to let you know, Rivera did change the offseason schedule. He personally canceled the 3rd and final week of OTAs, June 8th through 10th, which was supposed to be tomorrow. And then that's why mandatory minicamp got moved up to this week, as in tomorrow. It was originally going to be another OTAs week, but he wanted to give the players an extra week off. So he canceled OTAs, moved up minicamp, and now there will be an extra week off before they head into training camp. And like I spoke about briefly in another video, throughout training camp, there are going to be cuts every week for a 3-week period. Entering training camp, each team will be allowed to have 90 players, which starts the last week of July. And then rosters must be trimmed down to 85 as of August 17th. Then the week after that, August 24th, rosters must be trimmed down to 80 players. And then the week after that, August 31st, teams must finalize their 53-man roster. So going into training camp, late July is 90, then mid-August is 85, late August is 80, and then literally the last day of August it goes all the way down to 53. So this is going to be really interesting. They normally just go from 90 to 53. So this is going to be something new to check out and see how this works, with 5 players getting cut every week or so for a few weeks. That's going to be really interesting. We're going to get more of an inclination of like what direction this roster is going towards and how they're going to handle their roster management and depth chart and things like that before we just get the 53-man roster. Because again, we've just been going from 90 to 53. And a lot of this offseason is very different. First of all, we're only having 3 preseason games because the 4th one now is a bye week before we get into the regular season, because the regular season has 17 regular season games for the first time in NFL history. So everything is completely different. So this is going to be a very exciting test run, really, because it's not like these things have to stay permanent. They more than likely will, but this is really interesting to see how this first run with all of these rule and policy changes that are going on this season that we've never had in NFL history. It's going to be really fun. But the main part of this video is training camp. So don't want to think too far ahead beyond training camp, but I'm really excited. And like I said, I may pull up for that July 31st thing. We'll see. Nothing's a sure thing, but it would be dope to get out there to hang out with some of y'all, to see the team in person, take my own pictures, get my own videos, maybe even interview a couple of guys if I can somehow pull that off, if I can finesse my way through that and have some real authentic content for this channel and things like that. And also, before we go, the Burgundy and Gold have also officially released their training camp hat. So if you want to go and get one of these hats that you see on the screen, y'all make sure y'all go to that Burgundy and Gold store to get that. You already know New Era made them. They even had the bucket ones too. But yeah, man, get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video. Are you excited about training camp? I'm also, right before training camp hits, I'm gonna do a video on the 5 most important and most entertaining training camp battles we have going down with a lot of our positional groups. I mean, there's heavy competition everywhere. I'm gonna narrow it down to the 5 most interesting that you really need to pay attention to. So be on the lookout for that video as well. Again, like I said in the intro, be on the lookout for my film sessions for the entire rookie class. And as always, man, I really appreciate all of the support, man. Big time. Big shouts out to everybody that donates to the channel. Big shouts out to all of my sponsors, especially my Pro Bowl sponsors, whose names you see scrolling on the screen right now, man. I really appreciate all y'all. Big special shouts out to my one All-Pro sponsor, Jaden. Again, I really appreciate all y'all. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out.